One day I was rushing through yet another busy morning. Deadlines were looming, my phone was buzzing, and my to-do list was endless. My 6-year-old niece tugged on my sleeve and said, "Uncle, can you play with me?" I brushed her off, saying, "I'm busy right now, maybe later." She looked at me and said something I'll never forget. "But later, you're always too busy." That hit me hard. I realized that if I didn't take control of my time, it would control me, and I'd keep missing the moments that really matter. That was the day I made a promise to myself. I wouldn't let busy define my life anymore. Now let me show you exactly how I did it. You'll have to pay close attention because the first step might surprise you. The first hour of your day is sacred. It sets the tone for everything that follows. Most people waste it scrolling through their phones or checking emails, but if you use it wisely, it can transform your entire day. Here's what I do. I spend the first hour on 3 things: movement, mindfulness, and planning. A quick workout or stretch gets my body awake. A few minutes of mindfulness calms my mind, and planning helps me focus on my top priorities. Now here's the real question. How are you spending your first hour? Think about it, because the next step builds on this. Did you know that not all hours of your day are created equal? Your energy naturally peaks and dips throughout the day. For most people, mornings are for focused work, while afternoons are better for simpler tasks. Here's the trick. Match your most important tasks to your peak energy hours. For example, I do creative work in the morning and save emails for when my energy dips. This one shift doubled my productivity. Try it, and you'll notice the difference immediately. But wait, before we move on, have you ever wondered how tiny tasks are stealing hours from your life? Let's talk about that next. Quick question. How many tiny tasks do you put off daily? Replying to a message, filing a document, or washing that single dish? Here's the hack. If a task takes 2 minutes or less, do it now. Don't let it pile up and create mental clutter. It sounds simple, but this one habit freed up hours of my week. But what about the tasks that take longer? That's where my next secret comes in, and it's a game changer. Imagine this. You're working on something important when an email pops up. You check it, then a text, then a notification. By the time you return to your task, you've lost 20 minutes. That's why time blocking is non-negotiable. Here's how it works. Assign specific blocks of time for focused work, breaks, and even distractions. Treat these blocks like appointments you can't cancel. For example, I have a distraction block every afternoon to check messages and emails guilt-free. The rest of the time, I stay laser-focused. Try this and you'll feel like you've unlocked a superpower. But here's the thing. Focus is worthless if you're focusing on the wrong things. Let me show you how to fix that. Most people waste time on things that feel urgent but aren't important. That's why I use the Eisenhower matrix. It's simple. Do what's both urgent and important. Schedule what's important but not urgent. Delegate or minimize what's urgent but not important. Delete the rest. This helped me stop chasing every little task and start prioritizing what actually matters. Now you might be thinking, this sounds great, but how do I say no to the distractions? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Here's a truth most people don't want to admit. Every time you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to something else. Here's a line I use all the time. I'd love to help, but I'm focusing on other priorities right now. It's respectful and firm, and it's saved me from so many unnecessary commitments. Saying no isn't selfish, it's smart. But once you've mastered saying no, there's one final piece of the puzzle, and it's the most important. Your day doesn't end when you stop working. It ends when you prepare for the next one. Every night, I spend 10 minutes doing 3 things. Reflecting on what I accomplished. Writing down one thing I'm grateful for. Planning my top 3 priorities for tomorrow. This simple ritual helps me sleep better, wake up with clarity, and start the day with purpose. Try it, and you'll never end a day feeling lost again. Time is the most precious gift we have, and yet we let it slip through our fingers every day, but not anymore. You now have the tools to take control. Use them. Start with one step, just one, and watch how it transforms your life. And remember, every moment you waste is a moment you'll never get back. So what will you do with your time? The choice is yours.